I've owned more watches than I can count, but 3 sticks in my memory, not because they were my favorites, but because I sold them too early. Every single one taught me a lesson I'll never forget. The first watch was an Omega Seamaster. I bought it at 19, drawn to its clean silver dial and subtle charm. At the time, I thought practicality mattered more than sentiment. When I sold it, I convinced myself it was a smart choice. Years later, I saw the exact same Omega being sold for double what I had let it go for. My chest tightened. It wasn't about the money, it was about missing that moment, the one connection that made a watch feel truly mine. The second was a vintage Rolex Submariner. I had acquired it through a friend, loved it, but underestimated the collector market. I sold it, thinking the hype had peaked. I was wrong. Now, that exact reference fetches over 3 times what I sold it for. Seeing it in forums and auctions brought a mix of admiration and sting. Timing in watches isn't just about trends, it's about patience and knowing rarity. The third was a limited edition Tag Heuer. I bought it for its unique design and the story behind its release. I didn't feel attached enough, so I sold it quickly. That decision haunted me when I saw collectors paying double its original price. Every watch I sold too early reminded me that emotional attachment often signals lasting value. Practicality is tempting, but it rarely aligns with what history eventually decides is valuable. Selling for convenience or quick cash might feel good at the moment, but the long-term regret lingers. Watches are not just instruments, they're memories, milestones, and stories in metal and glass. Now, when I consider selling a piece, I pause. I ask myself, will I regret letting this go? Will its story outlive me, and will I want to hold on to it? Those questions guide me more than spreadsheets ever could. The 3 watches I sold too early still teach me patience, respect for craftsmanship, and the value of timing. They remind me that some things aren't just bought and sold, they're experienced, cherished, and sometimes lost forever. If you're a collector or someone just starting out, take note, emotional connection matters. Don't ignore it for the sake of practicality. Some watches are worth the wait, even if you don't fully understand why yet. I still think about that Omega, that Rolex, and that Tag Heuer. Not with bitterness, but with lessons etched into every wristwatch I now own. Regret isn't about loss, it's about understanding what truly matters. Selling too early isn't the end, it's a teacher. And now, every watch I acquire comes with a little more patience, a little more respect for its story, and a lot more awareness of its potential future value. The moral is simple: don't rush. Watches, like life, have timing. And sometimes, missing the right moment teaches you more than catching it ever could. So, the next time a watch moves your heart, pause but don't step back. Think carefully, but also trust the pull. Some opportunities are rare, and once they're gone, history decides they're worth not to you. Those 3 watches. I sold them too early, but I learned how to never make that mistake again. And in collecting, as in life, that lesson is priceless.